Good morning. Or good afternoon? I can't do afternoon. Are you Almea Miles? And so we reset Miss Miles' case for sentencing. This is 24 DCCR 2330, and Miss Miles is currently on probation. And a motion to revoke that probation was filed, and we were here, it looks like February 24th, and Miss Miles entered pleas of true to counts 1 through 4 in that motion. The underlying offense is tampering or fabricating physical evidence with intent to appear, a third-degree felony. And we reset, it was unagreed, and we had probation. Ms. Joseph is here with probation, find out some information with regard to whatever I guess you could find out with regard to any type of mental health services or information. And it looks like she has not received any outpatient services with Spinal Tap, that they referred her to the outpatient clinic, but you did not see where she'd ever actually had an appointment. Is that correct, Ms. Joseph?
Yes, that's from the mental health staff with Spindle Top. They said that she never showed up.
And so it does look like if I were to continue Miss Miles on probation, that Miss Joseph spoke with a Dominique Mayfield who supervises the mental health initiative caseload, and that she advised that she would make the Tacoma referral, and that Miss Miles could receive treatment that way. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. But everything is contingent on this.
For sure. Yeah.
We could make services available, but if she doesn't follow through.
Totally agree. So timeline on, so part of the problem is that we sent Miss Miles to the ISF program, and that didn't work out. But the argument was that potentially it's because there were some mental health issues that had not, that's the argument. I see Miss Joseph is a little leery about that by her facial expressions. So I guess Mr. Smith, what is any thoughts?
Well, we tried to send her to ISF and she did not complete that program.
So Miss Miles, the last thing I want to do is not address something that needs to be addressed if there's some mental health issues. But I also don't want to be played and use that as a reason for me to continue on probation when that's really not why you violated or couldn't get through ISF. Does that make sense? Ms. Holmes?
I would be requesting that the court give her a chance to receive the mental health services. My apologies.
Okay. Of all times for it to happen.
Sorry about that. But I would like to see if she could receive the services. It looks like the history with her being on probation and does have a lot to do with how she handles situations, attitude, things like that, which I think.
The attitude and mental health are two different things, and that's where I am. That's my issue here, is this just a bad attitude problem, or is there really a serious issue that needs to be addressed? From the ISF documents, it looks pretty much like an attitude problem and not a mental health problem. Ms. Joseph, anything to add?
I don't deny that Miss Miles has mental health issues, but I don't subscribe to the fact that the behavioral issues at the intermediate sanctions facility coupled with the disciplinary infractions at the county correctional facility constitute mental health issues. However, should the court elect to continue Ms. Miles on probation, that the full plan is, and everything is already in her conditions of probation, she will be transferred to a mental health caseload where that officer can get the Tacoma referral. And if everything goes well, she'll be supervised on that caseload for a year. Then she'll come back to my caseload where she'll be supervised again for a year and to assess her progress before we transfer her to a regular felony case.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do, Ms. Miles. And it probably could potentially be easier for you if I didn't do this, but here's what I'm going to do. You're going to have one opportunity at this. All right. And I want to make that very clear because Ms. Holmes is listening to me. Mr. Smith and Ms. Joseph knows that when I say this is your opportunity, this is it. If you don't take advantage of what I'm about to do, there is no ISF, there's no special needs safety, there's none of that. I don't want anybody coming back and asking me for any of that. It'll be a revocation and it'll just depend on what I decide to do based on the information that I have at that time, how long you go to prison. But you'll probably be going. Do you understand? So I'm going to give you, they're going to give you all the help you need. It's up to you to take advantage of it, just like Ms. Joseph said. So I'm going to find that you entered your plea on that motion to revoke freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty and revoke your probation, but I'm not going to do that today. I am going to continue you on probation. I'm going to order everything that Ms. Joseph just said. You will be on the specialized mental health caseload. You will get a referral to the Tacoma program. They will explain all of that to you, and you will be required to go to every meeting, follow through with any medication. All of those are now court orders. So whether you think you need the class, the meeting, the counseling, the medication, at this point, I'm ordering you to do whatever they say is best for you. You will be on zero tolerance. So what that means is that there's no, I just missed a meeting or I just missed something, give me another chance. This is your chance. If you mess up, you'll be right back in here, even just with one mess up. Does that make sense? All right. Anything else, Miss Joseph, that you think would be appropriate for me to order?
I did want to clarify that upon her completion of the MHI caseload, she'll come back to
Yes.
Okay.
Then you'll go from the mental health caseload to the high medium caseload. That way you're not going from one super intensive to just kind of once a month. You're going to have a structured kind of step down process so that everybody can make sure that you're doing and everything you're supposed to, and that you're in a place where you're able to do that. Or if you need any further help, they'll get you that as well. All right. The disrespect and all of that, there's nothing that I can tell from any of the reports that I have that would show that there's some reason, mental health wise, for you to act the way you're acting at some points. Right. So that's not making you do some of those things. So I want you to be respectful to wherever you're going, the probation department, Spindle Top, wherever it is. You have to treat everyone with respect along that way, that path. Okay. I'm going to hand you the trial court certification. This shows this wasn't an agreement. There are some rights to appeal, but you can talk to Ms. Holmes about that. If y'all will sign that and give her the bottom copies.
Okay.
And I hope you take advantage of this opportunity. Okay. Good luck to you, ma'am. There he goes. Good afternoon, sir. Are you Andre Williams II? And Mr. Williams' cases are set for trial to begin with jury selection next Monday in cause number 24 DCCR 2286, charged with murder, and cause number 24 DCCR 1539, charged with tampering or fabricating physical evidence with intent to impair. What is the announcement?
Your Honor, I'm asking for more time. Let me try and articulate to the court why. I am still trying to obtain Mr. Williams' records, his Social Security disability benefits that he received from 2009 to 2022 when he was a child. His mom or someone tried to reapply in 2022 and they were denied. I know the court's aware of this and the court's been very patient. And Mr. Williams signed a release a long time ago and it was submitted to Social Security and I don't know what became of it. It was never processed. They don't have a record of it. I've been told that it was probably ignored because at the time, Mr. Williams had no open case and had no claims. We're on the right track now. I'm asking for 30 days. I know the case is Mr. Williams was indicted 18 months ago. And I know the case is getting on, but I believe this information would be relevant for mitigating purposes. And I'd ask the court to view my request in that light.
Mr. Nichols?
State's ready for trial, Your Honor.
I just feel like I've given so much time for this, and obviously, Mr. Williams is just sitting in our jail. We've got a family, also a victim that's waiting on this trial. And I think, if something is potentially important, I don't disagree that it could be important. I think there might be another way that you would have to get that information in at trial. This time I'm going to deny that motion for continuance and number the trial. There's a couple others. I'm not sure that it will be the number one case, but I will number them as soon as docket's over today and you'll know.
And Your Honor, if we were in a situation where Mr. Vasquez wanted to put on some testimony about whatever condition Mr. Williams had that he was receiving disability for, I wouldn't strenuously object if it came from a family member with knowledge of that situation. So we may not need the actual records to get that information in.
Okay, that's what I appreciate that, Mr. Nichols.
Thank
And so again, I'll number the case. Is there any change with regard to any negotiations or?
No, Your Honor, Mr.
rejection?
Vasquez, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Mr. Vasquez had approached me the last few weeks, asking if I would come down from 40 years. I have not, and that is the offer that's being rejected at this time.
All right, and Mr. Williams, you still want to go forward, is that correct, and not accept the 40? I'm sorry? No, you're not getting a new lawyer, you're gonna get a trial probably next week, so I just want to make sure you don't want you don't want to accept any plea agreement, is that correct?
You taking them forward.
Okay, so your case will get numbered. It's likely to be the first case on the docket. I do want to remind you, if I haven't told you already, Mr. Williams, that I see, your attorney sees, the district attorney sees, and any jury potentially will see all of the incident reports from the jail. So you should keep that in mind on the things that are going on out at the jail, because I have a 15-page set of documents here from incident reports for the last year that you've been in our jail. So keep that in mind, and we'll see you Monday. All right,
Yeah.
I'll number it after docket.
Thank you, Judge.
And there it is, a courtroom moment where the line between accountability and opportunity becomes razor thin, one decision leading to two very different futures. Miss Miles given one final chance, not as comfort but as a test of responsibility, while Mr. Williams stands against time that refuses to slow down, reminding us that in these rooms excuses lose their power and actions speak louder than words. The judge didn't just listen, she weighed choices, effort, and truth, because in the end, justice isn't only about law, it's about what you do when given a chance. So the real question remains, when your moment comes, will you rise, or let it define you forever?